XT500 heaven. And Paul the Master Craftsman. You build XT500s? Are you a fan? Paul is. And this is his current project. Gives you some idea of the detail.
Lawrence, hi, and to all those people out there. My name is Paul, my surname is Van Wyk. I'm a retired banker, worked in a bank for 43 years, had to retire 3 years ago, and sort of knew that the day that I left the bank I'd have to keep myself busy. I've always enjoyed restoring things, and I suppose like all of you guys, my last bike when I was a youngster was an XT500, and decided, well, this is what I will do. So started off, built this workshop. It was a double carport, and we enclosed the one side. I made the bench, and then eventually got a bike. This is bike number 5 in terms of being restored, but I in fact have 6 motorcycles, which you'll see later on. Excuse the Honda tank, the Yamaha fans. I'm busy assisting my son-in-law. He's got a XL185 which we're busy doing, but other than that, that's the only non-Yamaha bike that has been allowed in this workshop. So what you have here is a 1979 XT500. I bought this from a guy in Centurion. In fact, I bought 2 bikes and proceeded to build one good bike out of the 2. What I've done with all the bikes, I get them running to see what needs to be fixed, and only when I'm happy that it's worthwhile spending money on do I bring them into the workshop. They all get stripped down totally, and they get rebuilt slowly slowly as we go. I can say to you, I've perfected the art to, I can strip this thing into 1 million pieces within 6 hours. So I start in the morning and by 4 o'clock I'm done. All the bikes, the spokes are taken out. The spokes are zinc plated and put back. I relace them, but I get a professional to actually tension them. And every last bit on every bike, if there was something wrong with it, it gets fixed. All the spray painting, the main spray painting, the frame and the tanks and the side covers, I give to professionals. There will come a day when I'm going to have to sell these bikes, and then in other words, the guy that's buying it needs to know that it wasn't a banker that did the spray painting. All the minor bits I do spray myself. I use the proper heat, paint that can take the heat, and yeah, this is the result. All the zinc plated bits, I redo them. All the shocks on all the bikes are tested and thrown out if they don't work, and all the bikes except for the one are probably 99% original. The biggest hassle that we have is you can't get an original exhaust. I've got one original exhaust up there, and that I'm going to use on this particular bike. So this bike, when complete, will be 100% original. The stands that you see there, what happens is once I've stripped the bike, the entire bike except for the frame and the wheels goes onto these shelves. I then send the stuff away for painting, and while I'm waiting, I recondition all the bits and pieces that need to go back on. It's probably the worst part of any build because there's a lot of cleaning to be done. The part of the build that I do enjoy is once I got the frame up on the table and I'll start putting things back. Nothing goes back unless it looks brand new, as you can see. Every now and then I have to make something myself. I couldn't get the strap over here that goes over the seat, so I made those little brackets. That's from a tie back. I got it covered, and so I made my own. Okay, so this bike is pretty much complete. I'm just waiting for the motor. What I can say to you is all the bikes bar 2, the motors have gone to Yamaha. So the guy that buys these bikes from me one day will get a Yamaha job card. So while I can do a lot of the work, I think it's important that I have a Yamaha job card, because when the day comes to sell it, the buyer is going to feel a lot more comfortable if he's got a job card from Yamaha, and he knows that a banker hasn't messed with the engine.